I'd like to build a Philball team, furnish it with stars, more Christmas trees and 433s, and send it to a dove.
Why hello, 'tis me Andy Peters. Welcome to Philball Weekly. New era, new look to Philball. It's very exciting. We're in the MLS. Lots going on. Let's get started. And we start in the Champions League where LA Galaxy took on Nashville. Nashville had a great chance in the first few minutes when Neymar missed a penalty, ballooned the ball over the bar. And then Haaland, of course, one of the real stars of the pre-season, had an excellent effort, just turned away by Alisson. Later on, Dybala would find some space. Absolutely wonderful bit of play there from Lukaku, played him through, and then Dybala just smashes the ball into the goal. Stunning goal. Keeper stood rooted. Then, after a real mix-up in the defence, comical scenes, Dubravka was up against Neymar again, and this time Neymar made no mistake, chipping the ball, a lovely little panenka into the top corner. Keeper had no chance, and that puts them on top of the Champions League.
We very happy with that result. Galaxy are a good side, but my boys did well today, yes sir. Neymar, he needs to show a little more respect. That boy near enough kicked his first penalty into Texas. And the second one, well shoot. If you're gonna get a penalty as strange as that, you're gonna make sure you score, yes ma'am. That boy Romelu, he is strong as a bull. You only have to look at him, you can see he dangerous. He gonna be a threat to anybody, especially the white one.
Next up was Vancouver against Atlanta. Brewster, of course, one of the young players who was signed, getting on the end of a lovely Marquinhos cross. Absolutely cracking header. Keeper, the right back Cancelo was stood rooted there again. Now, the big news about this game was the number of injuries to that Vancouver side, with Kane and Gomez both being injured and finishing the game. Of course, later on there you can see De Jong trying that is an exact same opportunity that De Bruyne scored in the pre-season.
Hello you slags, it's your old pal Dickie Grayson here, absolutely buzzing after that result today. I thought we were excellent. From 1 to 11, all the lads were amazing, did their job, terrific result. And, we was having a bubble at times with some of that possession. The Vancouver white cunts couldn't get it off us, but that's how it goes sometimes, doesn't it?
Absolutely gutted. I leave Chuck in charge whilst I go for a shit, and then he doesn't fucking substitute fucking Kane and fucking Gomez, and then I come back and everything's fine and no one's injured and let's just carry on with the match, and then it turns out they were all fucking knackered. Well done, Dick.
Seattle took on Portland in a 0-0 draw. That was really a game where injuries stole the show. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Leroy Sané and Pogba all out now for the unable to start the next game. Really huge news. Great save, of course, from Donnarumma, still class.
Well, how am I feeling? Ambivalent, I think. Pleased to have got away with a point. Fair play to Woody and his boys. They were decent actually after all giving it shit about how terrible he was and what a terrible manager and person he is. It was surprisingly competent. I think my boys probably took it easy, assuming we'd win comfortably, and we were lucky not to get found out. Pogba, apparently injured, doesn't look too bad to me. He'll be back. Ta-ra.
In the Thursday evening game, Cincinnati took on New York. New York reeling from the preseason where they were awful, but in this game they were fantastic. Ronaldo took the lead, or so he thought. He was offside. Sterling leading a breakaway 3v2. Ronaldo just could not hold his run. And from there it was all downhill for Cincinnati with absolutely stunning play from New York. Havertz got the first with an absolute bullet, just skipping by Chiellini, who overcommitted just too early. Classic Havertz celebration that we all know and love. And then Modric clear through, and what a tackle there from Ndidi. A surprise hit. Hummels applauding as he should, because he was very slow to get off the mark. And then Benzema just rounding off a 2-0 win with a cracking effort off that left foot. People were questioning what he was going to add to this team this season, and I think he's answered a lot of those now.
After the 5 PM deadline, but he still got away with it, George. He's a smug, fat, whiny prick. yeah, David Mitchell. Brilliant. Anyway, I've got to do the post-match now, so I'll speak to you later, yeah? Alright. Yeah, thanks, Andy. It was a tough one. You know, we're disappointed it wasn't the result we wanted, but what can you say? They took their chances, we didn't take ours. New York played well. Max is a manager I respect very much, but there's plenty of the season left, so let's see how we go. Thank you. Well done.
Well, genius is not a word I like to use on myself, but it's a label that's stuck to me now. Other people see squad building as a game of numbers, ratings, stats. But I see it as an art. Of course, they'll give Zoran the credit publicly, but I'm the one eating the vegan cake.
Classified Philball results: LA Galaxy 0, Nashville 2, Vancouver 0, Atlanta 1, Seattle 0, Portland 0, Cincinnati 0, New York 2. And you can see in the upcoming fixtures that Nashville, who are currently top of the table, go to Vancouver, who are third, and Atlanta will play LA Galaxy. And in the Europa League, it's going to be New York versus Seattle in a top of the table clash, and Cincinnati against Portland. And those news bit the news that Anto does. Why, hello, it is me, Anto. Welcome to the news. We are starting with the injuries and people who cannot start the next game. There are a number of them, as the new pitches are a mess. Nashville are missing Virgil van Dijk. He cannot start the next game, which is against Vancouver. Atlanta are fine. Vancouver, on the other hand, are missing Harry Kane and Gomez. Seattle are missing Trent Alexander-Arnold and Leroy Sané for their game, which is against New York next week. Portland are missing Paul Pogba for their game against Cincinnati. Cincinnati and New York have no injury concerns. And that is the news. Goodbye. And those news bit the news that Anto does.